Hello, everyone, and a really warm welcome to all of you from the Europe Hotel School. My name is Hostname, and I've spent my entire career right at that fascinating intersection where technology meets hospitality. I am absolutely thrilled to be your guide on this journey, because together, we're going to dive into how technology isn't just, tweaking things here and there, it's completely rewriting the rulebook for what it means to deliver a truly excellent guest experience.
So let's just jump right in with a big question. What actually makes a five-star experience feel like, well, 5 stars? Now, if you asked that 20 years ago, the answer would have been all about, fancy decor, maybe some silver service. But things have changed. Big time. Today, the real mark of excellence, it's not just about the luxury you can see. It's about how smartly, how seamlessly, technology is woven into every single moment of a guest's stay.
You see, we're moving into a whole new era. I like to call it the age of smart service. And in this new landscape, success isn't just about having the nicest building anymore. It's really judged on how well you integrate technology, not just for your guests, but for your own teams, your own operations. It's a pretty fundamental shift in thinking.
And this slide, it really tells the whole story. It's a tale of 2 hotels. On one side, you've got the old way. Tons of manual paperwork, departments that don't talk to each other, and a service style that's always reacting to problems after they happen. But on the other side, you've got the digital operation. Workflows are automated, systems are all connected, and, this is the key, the service is proactive. It uses data to figure out what a guest needs, sometimes before even they know they need it. And that, right there, is the new standard.
Okay, so what's the engine behind all of this? What powers this digital operation? Well, it all comes down to one absolutely critical system. You can think of it as the hotel's central nervous system, or maybe its digital heartbeat. We're talking, of course, about the property management system, the PMS.
The one thing you have to remember about a modern PMS is that it's the single source of truth for the entire hotel. Everything is centralized. I mean, think about it for a second. Every single reservation, every guest preference, every charge to a room, every message between staff members, it all flows through this one central hub. Without it, trying to be consistent and efficient is, well, pretty much impossible.
And the biggest leap forward for the PMS has been its move to the cloud. You know those clunky old servers humming away in a back room? They're basically dinosaurs. Today's cloud systems give you the amazing flexibility to access real-time information from anywhere. They grow with your business without a fuss, and they slash your IT costs. And for anyone managing multiple hotels, this kind of centralized real-time control is an absolute game changer. All right, so now that we've got the technical backbone down, let's get to the fun part, seeing how all this tech actually crafts the guest experience. We're going to walk through the entire journey, from beginning to end, and see how these digital tools make each step better. We can really break this whole journey into 4 main stages, and each of these stages is a golden opportunity to use technology to make things smoother and more personal. So let's start at the very beginning, before our guest has even packed their bags.
Before a guest even arrives, the game is all about optimization. It kicks off with something called a channel manager, which is a tool that pushes your available rooms out to hundreds of sites like Booking.com or Expedia, so you get maximum eyeballs. At the exact same time, a revenue management system is constantly crunching data, looking at competitor prices, local events, you name it, to adjust your room rates on the fly. And the final piece? Your CRM data lets you send out special, personalized offers to past guests, building that loyalty before they've even walked back in the door.
Okay, the guest is here. Now what do they want? Their priorities have totally shifted. For the modern traveler, time is everything. They want speed, they want control, they want choice. This is exactly why things like mobile check-in or self-service kiosks are no longer a novelty, they're essential. They get rid of the lines and let guests start their stay on their terms. And what does that do? It frees up your front desk team to have more meaningful, welcoming conversations.
This quote right here gets to the absolute core of a great in-stay experience. And you know what? This isn't magic. It's data, used beautifully. A guest's preference for a quiet room is right there in their profile on the PMS. So when your team sees that and proactively puts them in the perfect room, you're not just giving them a place to sleep. You're showing them that you remember them, that you listen, that you care. And that feeling, that's powerful.
So we've seen how tech touches the guest, right? But the real magic, the secret sauce, happens behind the scenes. It's when the entire back-of-house operation is running like a perfectly oiled machine. This is where we see the incredible power of getting all these different systems to work together for peak performance. Look, the power isn't in any one of these tools by itself. It's in the ecosystem they create when they talk to each other. The PMS is that central hub we talked about. Data from your CRM, your revenue system, your internal staff chat, it all flows through the PMS. So, for example, a guest requests extra towels through the app. That request instantly goes to the right housekeeping team member, and the second they mark it done, the room status is updated for the front desk in real time. This is how you break down those old department silos and make sure everyone is on the same page all the time.
And how do you know if all this is actually working? Well, you measure it. Modern analytics dashboards pull all that data directly from your PMS and show you, in real time, exactly how you're doing. A number like a 95% occupancy rate, that doesn't happen by accident. That's the result of hundreds of small, smart, data-driven decisions about pricing, marketing, and operations all coming together.
And if you think things are advanced now, just wait. The pace of change is only getting faster. AI chatbots are already handling guest questions 24/7. Smart rooms with IoT devices let guests control their entire environment from their phone. But, with all this incredible tech comes huge responsibility. Protecting guest data is absolutely non-negotiable for building trust. And using technology to be more sustainable, that's quickly becoming a major reason why travelers will choose one hotel over another.
So, after all this talk about automation, AI, and data, I want to leave you with the most important point of all. Never, ever forget that hospitality is and will always be a human business. The whole point of all this technology is to empower your team, not to replace them. It's about automating the routine stuff, the reports, the billing, the data entry, so your people are free to do what they do best, create genuine, memorable human connections.
And that really leads me to my final question for you. As you get ready to be the next generation of leaders in this amazing industry, your biggest challenge, and honestly, your biggest opportunity, is going to be finding that perfect balance. So how will you use high tech to drive efficiency and create that magical personalization, while at the same time building a culture of real empathy and high-touch, heartfelt service? Because figuring that out, that is what will define the future of excellence in hospitality. Thank you.